Hello and welcome to the first episode of Dynamic Deck Dash. In this series I'm going to present you some decks that are interesting but that might not deserve a whole 20-minute video. In the first episode I'm going to show you Hero Kit Spright. This deck is really similar to normal Sprites, but with the addition of some cards you can add a 3-mat Apollousa as well as a hand loop to your end board. I'm first going to go over all the cards that are different from a normal Spright deck, and then I'm going to jump into the replays. We are playing an isolde package consisting of 3 Neospace Connector, an Aqua Dolphin, as well as a Rotor and some equipped spells. Neospace Connector can on normal summon special summon an Aqua Dolphin from the deck, and then Aqua Dolphin can discard a card and we look at our opponent's hand and choose a monster, and if we control a monster with equal or higher attack than the chosen monster, we can make them discard the chosen card, and then we inflict 500 damage to them. This can get rid of, for example, Ash, Droll, Crow, Veiler, or Bell, so this can get rid of quite many monsters, and there are even more monsters that this can get rid of. The downside is that they can still hand trap the Neospace Connector with an Ash or a Veiler, for example, so we are playing an instant fusion to summon Millennium Ice Restrict to play around that. Millennium Ice Restrict can just negate a monster effect basically. Then we can summon Isolde, and Isolde can dump 2 equipped spells from our deck to the graveyard to summon Hero Kit. Hero Kit can then on-summon, special summon any number of Hero Kits from the deck, and this effect is not once per turn at all, so you can use Pot of Avarice to shuffle the Hero Kits back, to just summon a Hero Kit from the deck again and summon 2 more Hero Kits, or you can just shuffle 2 Hero Kits back into the deck to use Spright Elf to revive a Hero Kit from the graveyard to special summon 2 Hero Kits from the deck. This is what allows you to summon the Apollousa. Then we are playing an Upstart just to draw deeper. This could be anything, as well as 5 equipped spells. All of these can special summon a monster from the graveyard, but Living Fossil makes the monster get banished when it leaves the field, so we are only playing 2 Living Fossil and 3 Florey de Fleur. These can be really helpful because when you summon Swap Frog, you can dump another Swap Frog, and normally you would use the Spright Elf to summon the Swap Frog from the graveyard, but this way you can use either Living Fossil or Florey de Fleur to summon Swap Frog from the graveyard. Then we are playing 2 Tactics Talents. This is just great going first and going second, as well as the 3 already mentioned Pot of Avarice. In the extra deck there are some cards that are different from a normal Spright deck as well. We are playing the already mentioned Millennium Ice Restrict, as well as Underworld Goddess. You could play this in a normal Spright deck, but I don't see many people play this anymore, and this deck can consistently summon this going second, and you don't even struggle summoning this going second. It's really fun. Then we are playing an Apollousa. Apollousa you could make with 4 materials, but it kinda requires you to have a god hand, and even then you kinda waste resources on the 4th mat on the Apollousa, so rather just make this with 3 materials. Then we are playing an Isolde just to summon the Hero Kit, and an Almirage. The only reason for the Almirage is that with some hands you don't get enough monsters in the graveyard for Pot of Avarice, and this way you get a 5th monster in the graveyard that you can just shuffle back. Also, because you shuffle it in the extra deck, you essentially just thin your deck by 1, because if you would shuffle 5 main deck monsters in the main deck with Pot of Avarice, then that's 5 monsters in the main deck and you draw 2, but if you shuffle only 4 monsters in the main deck, then you got a smaller deck size. Yeah. In the side deck you could play basically anything. Let's jump right into the replays. This hand is weird because we opened Hero Kit and we opened the Isolde package, so it's a bit weird because we cannot go for 2 Hero Kits from the deck when we use the Isolde engine. But I got really greedy and I thought he probably doesn't have any hand traps. Use Aqua Dolphin. Discard Angler, that's the nice thing, so we don't have to make Sprint to discard Angler. Then get us 2 Beavers from the deck, make an Isolde, dump 2 equipped spells. Oh no, Isolde first add, then dump 2 equipped spells, summon a Hero Kit. A Hero Kit only summons 1 more Hero Kit, but it's 2 free materials. Then I'm making a 3-mat Apo. I'm still making the Sprint, dump another Angler because we can, and Angler is not once per turn. I only have 1 more Angler target though, so yeah. Then I'm using Starter, summon Blue, Blue F, get us the Jet, just the default lines. Then Jet gets us another Starter. We get a Florey in hand, so we can use Swap, dump Swap, use Florey, special Swap, make a Djinn Buster, Elf, special summon a Swap back, and we end on 1 Spell Trap Negate and 2 Omni Negates, as well as 4 Monster Negates. Yeah, I really can't complain. And this was a hand where we opened Hero Kit and Neospace. Like, Hero Kit in hand is... I said earlier that it's not that bad, but yeah, Hero Kit plus isolde engine is kind of bad, and this is just way too much for him. Like, activates a monster effect, I negate, activates a monster effect, I negate. Swings over the Apo, uses desires, I negate. Activates a monster effect, I negate. Get the awesome surge, yeah, and I just completely outgrind him here. Then add a smashers, and yeah, he just gives up. Yeah, so this hand looks just crazy. We got 2 Flurry de Fleur, an Upstart to draw deeper, and a Pot of Avarice, as well as our isolde engine, and our opponent has no hand traps. We summon Aqua Dolphin, make isolde. I missed the Aqua Dolphin. I don't know, I got greedy, but I couldn't have hand looped anything anyway. Then isolde, dump 2 equip spells, special summon Hero Kit, get us 2 more Hero Kits. Then make Sprint, just the normal combo. Sprint, dump Angler, Angler get us 2 nimble monsters, make a 3-mad Apo, summon back a Hero Kit, then I'm making a Gigantic here. Now we are locked into level / rank 2 / link 2 monsters. Make an Elf, make a Toad, use the Avarice, just get all the 1-offs back into the extra deck, and I'm drawing 2 more Avarices, yo! Upstart, oh my god. Yeah, so we are ending on a banish. A non-targeting banish, I think, even. Oh yeah, a non-targeting banish, a monster neck, a spell trap neck, 3 monster necks, and 2 omni necks. Yeah, let's see how our opponent... Oh no, they give up. Yeah, GG's, I guess.